Let me get into my gamer pose. It's fucking getting dark. Fuck. Yeah, the lighting is set for daytime. I will turn on my light, which is fucking stupid. It's still light outside, but fuck. Did it help? Probably. Ah, fuck yeah, autism. Oh, okay. Everything's shaking, everything has been made in China. My vagina. Oh. I am back and black. That's fucking based. Nice cock, thank you. Hey, I'm wearing a black shirt and chain. Stop copying me, you KGB freak. Do you have a cross? It's like a joke. I'm like a new Russian, you know? They have these huge crosses and shit. A lot of money, so I'm like the opposite. Indian shit. Is my microphone okay? Maybe I should move it to the side a little. It's okay like this? It's like fist away from my face. Spit on it. Fuck. That was very loud, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you had to experience it. I love how this camera makes me look two-faced. Two-faced, caught in the middle. Is that new song by Linkin Park? They're probably singing about Abraxas, but we're never gonna discuss that because my handlers do not allow me to. Look at my new phone. It's Chinese. Quality. I got a little wet. Writing a 2K word essay. You're my music while doing that. Damn, your music taste is probably not the best in that case. I'm just kidding. This is the best stream on the internet. So, you know, lucky for you, you found it. This ego, this narcissism. Very fucking shitty. Where did Uwu go? She always disappears when you need her the most. Maybe she's still here. It's very strange, my microphone, like, audio levels don't make any fucking sense. I'm so fucking autistic and I hate it. I hate it when technology is not, like, set in stone. Fuck. But it's not important. We're doing Portal. So, let me get into my gamer pose. This is not the game, but let's pretend that it is. I need to run it in windowed mode. So, give me a little bit of time. It's loading. My computer cannot handle streaming in 1080p. A window, no border. It just works. Almost. What the fuck? It does not find portal. Oh, there we go. This is our new setup. This is what it's gonna look like. Forever and ever and ever. If the game is too loud, tell me. I will reduce its volume a little. Kinda feels like I'm screaming over it. I don't know what it is with Valve games, but they're very loud for whatever reason. I prefer being able to hear myself. Thank you very much. Is it working correctly? Can you see the game?
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however,
I love you, GLaDOS.
And learning are the primary goals of all Enrichment Center activities.
Keep in mind that I'm a robot, and I'm very smart, and I create AA pictures of women spreading their butts.
The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
GLaDOS, create a picture of Barack Obama spreading Michelle Obama's manly asshole. Look, we're smart.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance,
I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday I actually played through this game once at night, and I was absolutely shit at it. Like, it's so difficult for me to align the portals so that I could fall through them. It's fucking insane. I don't know, I'm so rusty when it comes to video games, it's insane. It's probably because of Corona, I probably lost a few brain cells here and there.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
I actually even downloaded CS2, but I really don't want to start playing it again because I'm shit at it, and I will be shit at it again. And when I talk to people on the game, it's gonna be chaos, and I'm gonna kill myself.
Is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science material emancipation examination grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
Lattice is very funny. Yesterday while playing through the game, I noticed, I think, things I haven't noticed before.
You are now in possession of the Aperture
So,
Science handheld
I'm gonna share them with you,
You can create your
if
own
that's
world.
interesting to
These
you.
interdimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you. Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science.
We are speedrunning this bitch. Portal 1 is one of the few games I have all of the achievement in. So, when it came out, it was free. I guess Valve wanted to promote Steam at the time. So, that's very fucking awesome. It was one of the only games I had on Steam. So, I was interested in how achievements work, and that's how and why I got all of the achievements for it. Later when I got more games, it was like whatever, it was not important at all to me. With my big ass, I'm gonna move this block down. Spread it, Chell. I actually managed to fling myself.
As part of a required test protocol, our previous
Did I?
statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2.
Can you guys actually hear the video game well? Or should I increase the volume of the video game? Or should I increase the volume of myself? Should I increase the volume of everybody?
Unbelievable. You. Subject name, must be deprived of. Subject phone call,
The grand return of the prodigal son. I can't even talk, I'm so smart. The older I get, the more stupid I become. It's fascinating.
Warning devices are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to exist. Good. Now use the Aperture Science and stationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock.
It's actually a speedrun. I didn't tell anyone it's a speedrun. This is Chells pussy. ChatGPT, please remove my face from the stream.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with the chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on
Oh,
your official
fuck.
testing record, followed by death.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Very impressive.
I really need to unfuck my shit. I'm kind of playing like a stupid asshole. Those are the noises of the cock goblin.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Alright. Fuck, I forgot what I was supposed to do here.
Fantastic. You remain resolute and resourceful in an atmosphere.
There's some kind of tactic in the speedrun. You're supposed to like shoot the portal down there or like move very quickly down there. I'm not familiar. I don't remember. I'm stupid.
Hello again. To reiterate.
Hello. Glada sounds as good as I do on the stream.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
Fuck me. Ow. Nothing ever happens in this game. I'm a test subject with beautiful ass and a duck-faced, duck-lipped thing.
To always provide a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
Where did it go? Did this work? I think it did. We just need to wait a little. Nothing I can do, man. Best viewers. They're still advertising viewing bots for me. They still think I can make it in streaming. That's so cute.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present
You fucking cock.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once.
Don't tell anyone I died there.
Test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone.
It's suicide fuel. It's so strange. It used to be so easy to, you know, drop straight into the portal, and now it's... That's why. That setting automatically aims you into the portal. Ah, that explains everything. Fuck. We got 3 viewers now. Thank you for joining me on my grand difficult adventure of Portal, where we're trying to spread Chells' butt.
Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from
I like this, yes.
feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with hectic cell and adrenaline.
This is what I look like. She does have giant lips, just like I do. I'm basically a female, except I have bigger ass and boobies. Dude, my computer has become a jet engine. It's been a very long time since it had to work hard. Don't tell mom. Oh fuck. I got it stuck. Fuck me.
As part of a previously mentioned required test protocol, we
Hello,
sent
you
out
are a
test
stupid
subjects
bitch. Remove the space. Lol, JK. I mean, you're not wrong. I think I removed some chat settings. There was like light filtering. So now you should be able to say all the mean things you want and call me anything you want. And I'm gonna cry myself to sleep. How have you been, Foxcorp? We haven't spoken in a very long time. How are your video games coming along? Are you a millionaire yet? Am I a millionaire yet? Is anyone here a millionaire yet? I hope that's the right portal. There we go. I'll be taking this with me. Something exploded, what the fuck? I have one game upcoming. How are you, Rokas? What's the biggest fish you caught this year? I can actually show you it. I already showed it once, but I will show it again. Because you're such a good boy. Wow, I look like a fucking troglodyte. What the fuck? I don't know how, but I always manage to make myself look like shit. Wait, where is it? This is me. This is me. I caught the spike in the nearest river because there's nothing else here to fish. So I hope you enjoyed the dirty like bathtub. I never clean it. On a spinner. Hey yo, it's been a while. Hey, I got nothing, man. Welcome. Yeah, it's been a while. I was dead. I was in a coma. I tried to shove a huge fire hydrant up my ass and it tore. And I had to lay in a coma. And now I'm back. It was like 68 centimeters. So in Lithuania, nowadays you're allowed to take home a pike that is from 50 to 80 centimeters. If it's below 50 and above 80, you're not allowed to take it home. So, good old metal spinner. Yeah, it's like a spinner that it's an inline spinner, so it spins inline, you know, like it's like a very twisty, very bright lure, because in the river the water was very uh dark, and there was a lot of mudiness to the water, so I had to use very bright lures, and spinner is always like my go-to. For whatever reason, pikes really love spinners. Spinning metal bait, you mean? Old school, now everyone using rubber baits now. Um, I got nothing, man. I'm sorry, I don't have like those commands enabled, so my apologies. Yeah, I like them. Bling, blinking too. Yeah, you really need to adapt to like the color of the water. If the water is very dark, you need bright lures. And when it comes to using either rubber or metal, or let's say just different systems, it really depends on what you're trying to achieve and how active the fish are. In the summer, most fish are in the shallow areas, like predatory ones. So if you're fishing with a spinning rod, right? Kind of want to go to a shallow area. For example, if you're fishing for perch or chub or pike. Well, with pike it's different. Pike love slow running water and these certain deep areas. This pike was hiding in a specific spot where you will usually find a pike on the river. It's like a semi-deep hole, and it's not that far from the shore, but there is barely any current. And when people go fishing into that exact same spot, they usually get their bites bit off, because it's common for pikes to love that spot and they're always hiding inside it. It's very interesting. For whatever reason, all fish tend to stay in the exact same spot. So with the chub on a river, it's exactly the same. If you catch one chub, you can expect to catch another chub when you go to the same spot the next time. And that's basically river fishing. You really need to find the spots and where they're hiding and whatnot. And it really depends on what kind of, fish you're targeting. If it's a fish that lives usually in a running water or in a still water. Pike is a still water fish. Sure, they can hunt in current also, but they usually prefer to stay in water that is not strong, with not a strong current. What time did you catch it on? It was starting to get dark. With pike and with most aggressive fish, to be honest, they prefer to bite when it's starting to get dark, when it's difficult for them to see the line. And they become more brave and more aggressive. They feed usually when it's starting to get dark, which most fishermen usually don't fish when it's dark or when it's starting to get dark, because everybody thinks that you will not catch fish then. But it's actually the opposite. You should be fishing. That's when the predatory fish are most active. But to be honest, I've been fishing the same spots for many, many evenings, and the only time I managed to catch something was on that evening specifically. And usually what also happens is that when you talk to other fishermen on the shore, there are usually these days when pike are extra active for whatever reason. So you go not catching anything for days, and then in a single day, everyone's gonna catch, like, let's say a small pike or whatnot. So it might depend on the pressure of the weather. It might depend on the warmth, because when it's super hot and it feels like there's nothing to breathe outside, that's where predatory fish shine. That's when they're very active. So with perch and pike, you kind of want to expect you kind of should expect to catch them when the weather is kind of like before rain, you know. So when it's about to rain, when it's cloudy, when there is an overcast outside, that's when these predatory fish are most active. So it's the same with pike, with perch, and you know whatnot. It's like an old myth from the old times that you know when it's about to rain or if it's rainy, that's when fish feed. So especially that's true with pikes. Hello. Paruski? My roommate returned home. He doesn't speak Russian, it was a joke, so fish molly pet pet. So, you know, when it comes to fishing on a river, I could speak for hours. There's so much information, and you know, the more I learn, the more I know, the more I understand that what I've been expecting is not actually correct. And I was using winter methods to catch, trying to target perch on a river in, you know, deep holes when they usually hide there during the winter time. During the summer, as stranger and as interesting as it is, perch, they prefer current. They prefer to be in the same spots the chub are, which is very strange because perch are not fish that live in fast flowing current. Usually they're found in lakes and whatnot, you know, places like that, still water. But I guess they adapt very easily, so they can live in both current and still water. Those are perch for you. And what else? So this pike was 68 centimeters, which is quite nice. This is a chub. I caught it on a piece of corn, but this chub was very stinky for whatever reason. I have no idea. Maybe it had some cancer growing inside it or wherever. Because when I cut it open and, you know, I prepared it for eating, it smelled up my whole flat. In the area next to its brain, there might have been a tumor or something because I traced back the bad smell to that area. So I thought I was gonna eat it, I froze it, but later I just threw it out because if the fish smells bad, it's probably something, there's probably something wrong with it, you know? So that's a pretty nice chub. But once again, it was caught on a feeder, not on a spinning reel. You can also catch chub on a spinning using crankbaits, but I did not have any luck with that yet. I really need those pants that are long up to like your belly button or up to your pits, you know. You kinda need to go deep into the river if you want to catch chub on a crankbait using spinning. Sorry bro, I had to go sing Lithuanian anthem. Oh fuck. So I missed last 6 minutes. You did not miss much, to be honest. I was mostly talking about this pike and what to expect, you know, river fishing and where to find them and where they hide. But yeah, I also caught this chub, but once again it was quite stinky for whatever reason, so I decided not to eat it. Now it's not a koya, it's a Shopolis. It's a chub. So I caught it on a corn. There are quite a few different species of fish on the river, and it can be quite difficult to tell them apart. For most people, you know, if it's a white fish with white scales, it seems like it's quaya, but it's a chub. Chub have giant mouths, and they probably have the biggest mouths in Lithuania when it comes to fish species, except for a catfish, shamas. They also have huge mouths, and they kind of eat everything, right? That's how you can tell if the fish is predatory or omnivore or whatnot. So chub, they eat everything. This chub preferred eating water grass mostly. It stunk. It was very stinky, so I decided not to eat it. It smelled up the storm. It might have had a tumor or something. It's best to not eat a fish that smells off. Was this also spinning? No, it was feeder fishing. The same method I used to stream with, the same rods, to be honest. I just changed locations and changed the baiting method. I used to like sit on the shore for a very long time, but it's really not worth it. It's best to just bait a lot and then just fish for a couple of hours and leave, you know. If there's fish, there's fish. If there's nothing, it's okay. You fed the fish. You will have more fish later, you know. But on that spot that I used to stream on when I used to fish last year, I went there once this year and it was not a good experience. Only one bite. The water level was super high, so I did not catch like anything there, and I cast a lot of bait into the water for no reason, and it was awful. It was quite shitty. And this is my biggest fish this season. We went fishing with my dad overnight, but I caught this tench in the evening. So this one was it's tench Linus, you know. It's 2.2 kilograms. It's my record. A giant Linus. I did not catch this on Neris River. I caught it on Kona Maros. I've caught Linus in my life once too. Yeah, they're very strong creatures. This one had a lot of roe. Now, and it might be controversial for people to eat roe, but I eat roe. It tastes great. I have this new cast iron skillet, and it's basically great. When you cook it up correctly with some butter or whatever, it's great. One of the tastiest delicacies. Most people avoid eating raw of freshwater fish, you know, but if you heat treat the raw, it's okay. It's all right. It tastes great. These are ducklings. It's just a picture of ducklings. This is another picture of me. I also went mushroom hunting last week, I think, not too long ago. I think it was on Wednesday, probably on Wednesday. Yeah, so I found some chanterelles, a couple of shrooms that are also edible. Fry them up with bacon, some olive oil, later added some butter, some onion, with some potatoes. It was great. So yeah, this year I have caught also some smaller pikes, you know, some other stuff, but these are the exceptional fish that I caught. Also, if you're going fishing, apparently Lithuanian ichthyologists, you know, people that are like fish professionals that do a lot of research on fish, they kind of say that you should stop fishing with spinning reels because everyone's fishing with spinning reels. So they're overfishing. There is overfishing of predatory fish when it comes to feeder fishing and fishing from the shore for peaceful fish. That's the right idea. That should be the goal, you know, to fish for whatever it is you're fishing for, but like using a feeder afloat or stuff like that. And it's a good idea to avoid predatory fish basically, because there's so much more peaceful fish right now out there, and there are far less feeder fishing people and float fishing people, so you should expect better results. So you know, you're not overfishing the water and whatnot. So that's a little story.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants.
I'm a float fishing person myself. That's nice.
Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
It can be quite difficult to find a good spot for float fishing on a river. If you're fishing on a lake, it's a lot easier. I also really like float fishing. It's very relaxing, and the way you can see what's happening with the float, it's very interesting. Definitely magical. If you're gonna go float fishing though, you should definitely... Oh fuck. It almost crushed me. Crushed my balls. If you're gonna go float fishing, you should definitely cast in some corn. Basically pre-bait it. You can also buy some baits in the store, you know. It's always a good idea to do that. The results will be much greater. Magical. Fuck me. Do you buy anything in the store, or do you hunt and gather? Of course I buy a lot of stuff, you know. Fuck. When it comes to gathering, I gather some stuff, but not too much. What? Oh, bro. That's so unfortunate. I wanted to gather some blueberries, but I went mushroom gathering and it was already like quite late once I finished. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, the mushrooms are enough. There's no need for anything else. So I did not gather any blueberries. Even though there were some in the forest, I kinda decided, fuck it. I wish I could be self-sustaining from hunting and gathering. With hunting you kinda need a rifle, so nowadays hunting, it's very difficult. You also must be allowed to hunt, I think. You need a pass or some kind of license. With fishing it's easier, you also need a license, but fish are more abundant and it's more... Well, both hunting and, you know, fishing is difficult. There's no denying it, but when it comes to regulations, with hunting there's a lot more difficulty to get started, you know, with weaponry and whatnot. Sure, You can use traps, but those traps also have to be legal. They have to be made legal. It's not as simple as, you know, I want to go trap and become a trap and a tranny. It's not easy. With fishing, it's a little bit easier. At least, you know, all of the tools are mostly legal. You can get them in the store quite easily. Decided to give fishing a little break. Yeah, sometimes it really gets boring, to be honest. And it's really not worth it when it comes to time spent fishing, you know. It's a huge waste of time, to be honest, considering how cheap herring is in the store and other fish, you know. It's usually not worth it. It's good to know and learn. That's mostly why I am fishing, you know. In case of shit hits the fan. So that I could have at least a little bit of a chance of survival compared to others who don't know how to fish, you know. Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to fishing, you know, there really is no worry of overfishing, especially nowadays, because when you buy a fishing pass, they use that money to increase fish resources. So the money you spend on a license, it's used to increase the fish population, to resupply the fish resources in the water, so that's nice. Yeah, I was making a joke, apparently not very oh, it is funny. I'm just kind of stupid. You know, some of my viewers might be very autistic, so I'm afraid to, like, insult them. You know, maybe a person was not kidding, so then they will get insulted that I laughed at them, so I don't want to, like, laugh in a place where I'm not supposed to laugh. Living off the land is impossible nowadays. Yeah, pretty much. There are too many regulations. It's very shite. Now I give a break for the fish. My joke's not getting through today. Never mind. Yeah, I get it. That's kind of funny. No, it is funny though. It's funny that you took a break of 10 years. It's kind of like me taking breaks from streaming, you know. The enrichment center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you. Disregard that. I suck dick. To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus. So yeah. I don't know how people can easily talk and play at the same time. It's probably women who are able to multitask like that. For me, it's like I need to stop because I'm probably fucking retarded. I need to stop and stare like a retard and think about what I'm gonna say. Maybe it's because I had corona and it fucked my boy pussy. Fucked my boy pussy. Have you guys seen what happened to Finster? The guy who was streaming on Twitch and he slowly became a tranny. And he ended doing OnlyFans or whatnot. And he ended sucking dick. Truly very, very amazing. Kinda want to follow his footsteps. Some people will do anything for money. It would be interesting to see Portal RTX version. I don't have that video card, and I will never have it. It's too expensive.
The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube cannot speak. In the event that the weighted companion cube does speak, the Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
Getting a job would probably help. You know, when it comes to buying stuff. But who wants that? Fuck me.
Companion cube cannot speak.
Since when am I so shit at Portal?
Companion cube does speak. The Enrichment Center urges you to disregard its advice.
I remember when I was younger, I would just fly through the levels. I'm getting fucking old. That's sad, that's very bad.
You did it. The weighted companion cube certainly brought you good luck. However, it cannot accompany
I
you
barely
for the
did it.
rest of the test and, unfortunately, must be euthanized. Yes, you euthanized your faithful companion cube more quickly than any test.
Not familiar with the trans streamer you mentioned. His name was Finster. But Finster is spelled with an I instead of one. Finster is spelled with one instead of I. So it's not Finster, it's F1 Nster. Like whatever, fuck me in the ass.
The experiment is nearing its conclusion. The Enrichment Center is
I was probably dropped on my head as a child.
and then there will be cake.
Everyone has completed Portal, right? Oh fuck. I missed. This is fucking suicide fuel. Don't look at the screen. I'm such a fucking slow ass troglodyte. But I support your endeavors, whatever they might be. Hey, do you wanna try my game? Search Zero Trace on itch.io. Are you available tomorrow? I could look it up tomorrow. Live on stream. Would you like that? What the fuck am I doing now? Alright. Nailed it. You can look or not look. I would look it up tomorrow. Would you be okay with that? Maybe it's not. Wait, I will look it up. Maybe it's not that long. There we go. There we go. Fuck, I can see perfectly. But I'll be tuning it and launching, so your feedback would be appreciated. fuck? That gave me the ick. I wrote ick. Whatever. HIO. Zero sugar. Is this one? Oh yeah, it really looks like your game. You have that specific art style, you know. The fuck? What the heck? No thanks, I'm poor. I hope this will not give me a virus. That's okay, I was planning to reinstall the whole OS either way. Or maybe even like get on Linux. Huh. 1.4 gigabytes. It's strange how nowadays you cannot play games inside the browser. It's kinda lame. I don't understand, maybe I'm doing something wrong. This is so me. This guy is a Lithuanian, by the way. I was so surprised when I found out. Let's just save the game here. Binaries. Never leave my house without the antivirus. Good news. Oy vey. Here he goes again. Doing the noodle. What the fuck? What's it scanning? How many times will it scan it? Who voice acted that? Is it AI?
The fundamental purpose was resolute. A conscious anomaly sought to
Cool.
end its host. Relentless. Immutable. Incorruptible. But in the end, there will be zero trace.
It's so amazing. I have no idea how the fuck you made this. It blows my mind. Fuck it, let's go all out. Oh no. There we go. I have a chance now. Okay, let me just get window capture up in this bitch. There we go. Thank you, I'm gay. Please graphics equals optimized. Look, it's beautiful now. It's laggy. It lags for me. 5 upgradable items can be combined to produce 1 higher mark item. Okay. My computer is gonna fry. No video here. Oh fuck. Okay, let's do it this way then. Thank you for telling me. Finally, a game that looks like it's from the early 2000s. Look at that robo booty. I love how this male robot is wearing skimpy pink clothing. That's the inventory. It's like Deus Ex. You can shoot some N-words. Can also hide in here. It's like a toilet that is outside, you know, you go in there and you make robo poop. And the poop just stays there. And later you can grow some onions in that poop. Shit, you can buy stuff. My chat is obscuring the view. Oh fuck. It's okay, that's all we're gonna need. Forever. What is this test subject all about? Is he like a training dummy? Why is he wearing pink? This is Portal, by the way, it's still Portal. Game will start when main door is open. I see. I love the reload animation. It's like he's swimming. And I was like, he's doing this. It's random NPC for testing purposes. I see. Why is he wearing pink? It's a very early access. What's WIP? Very important person game. You can run. Ta-ta-da-ta-da. Feed this need. Oh fuck. Okay, it's actually difficult. Fuck me. Middle mouse equals skill radial menu. My middle mouse button isn't working. Fuck, I forgot. Sup, Rokas? How Fufusonga? How are you? We're playing a game that Fox Corp has made. In this game, you have to shoot female robots. This is incel robot shooting game. This is a robot incel. He wants to shoot up his school. What are we playing? It's a game by Fox Corp. He made this and he told me to play it, and now I'm playing it. He said if I did not play it, I'm gay. So I have to play it. Oh. Fox Corp really enjoys developing games because he's cool like that and he understands how to do that. And it's quite cool that he does, because I don't understand that shit at all. I hope one day he's gonna be a cool game developer. And he will release some good video games and everyone's gonna play them. And he will become a billionaire. For fuck's sakes, I can't get this right. Fuck. It's still not right, but fuck it. Hello, it's my work in progress game. Sorry, it's procedurally generated. They're all levels in warp terminal. Oh, I see. We need to kill this relay. It said the N-word. You're playing as a unisex robot. And you have to spread your butt. Whatever game you're playing, it's all the same because you always need to spread the butt. Oh shit, look at that. Damn. Yes, a lot. Shit. Look, it's the door. There's nothing here. There's another energy generator that generates energy. I'm so confused on where to look. Am I supposed to be able to like select these and go to different stages? Go to warp terminal. Oh fuck, I'm stupid, I'm sorry. Is it like other people are able to create these levels also? Oh fuck. Oh fuck. I really love monsters like that. They make you shit yourself. It's great. Oh fuck. That was actually kinda scary. Oh. We're already here. Okay, I get it. It's not yet co-op, but I wanna make it. Now LLM will be useful for short code help or learning about coding. Brother, where are the sounds? It's still work in progress. I'll be adding more sounds. They should be here, aren't they? Huh. Wait, I need to change my display a little. It's a bit too dark. We need to like, I guess it's this one. We need to reduce the contrast. Why is it so fucking dark? I just deleted all of that. Disregard that. I suck cocks, okay? I just love tinkering, okay? Just wait a second. I'm gonna kill myself, okay? There we go. There we go. Default. There we go. You can see everything perfectly. I kinda look like shit. Let's bring a little bit of warm colors so that I look a little bit alive. So whatever. And now this is fine, but now let's add this, and like fuck it. Yes, then this one, yes. You see the lighting changed because it's getting dark outside, so I kind of want to set everything so that it's not shit by default the next time. But what isn't shit? Is it even possible to achieve not shit? There we go, it doesn't look as black. So silly how one single setting can change so much shit. I don't know, it's shit. This will do, sorry. Low volume, but there is sounds. I could probably increase it. The question is, how much do you want me to increase them, you know? Now you need to add some trilateral commission, Rockefeller's, Bilderberg, and Alex Jones references, and you got yourself Deus Ex 2. Never played the Deus Ex, and I only know Alex Jones. That's so based. Very beautiful, rich wood background you got there, Opus. Is Uwu still here, or did she find another virtual BF? She's still here. She probably found another, but she's still here. I'm so happy to see the stream back online. Thank you. I'm quite happy to be here with all of you, still not forgetting about me and still being with me, you know. With every game, it's like the audio is always different. It's difficult to set the levels, you know. She felt like a brick shithouse. Go, my flamboyant friend, kill them. There he goes, the bravest man I ever knew. There goes my hero. Watch him, he disappeared, didn't he? Oh, he's still here. Pain reducer. What does it do? It reduces pain. Where is Pimpachkukas? He's busy. It's summer. He wants to set up his farm. Even then, he should not watch my streams. It's a huge waste of time. This is actually God's work fact score. It is. It's amazing. You can find it on HIO 0 trace. Pain reducer equals HP over time regenerate. I am a degenerate, so that fits me like a glove. Gotta put it here, cannot forget about it. But yeah, it's very, very impressive. Foxcorp is truly one of the gamers. One pet peeve I have about this game is that all the doors look the same, so I keep mixing up where I can go and where I cannot go. But I guess it's alright because, you know, it's a sin that happens in a lot of video games. From Half-Life 1 to Portal 1 to, you know, just using doors that are not... I wish there was some kind of, you know, an indication that the door is not openable. Like Max Payne, you should rename them as painkillers. I've always had the idea of making a game in the back of my mind as well, but never did it. Like Max Payne, there is Painkiller and Pain Reducer. I see. Look, it must be another Christmas. I can fit all of that inside my robot ass. What's the carrying capacity? Is there even such a thing as a capacity? Can I just keep shoving stuff inside my body? Am I like a whore? with insertions. You know those women I'm talking about, you know? With horse dildos. You know what I mean. I don't want to make a 3D game, so I guess it's a bit easier and faster. There is capacity. I mean, yeah, you can probably get it going in one weekend, really. That's sweet. This is my tranny butler. Oh, health terminals restore health. I wish I was real. Oh, there's a minimap. I did not fucking realize that. Does the minimap only work like when you enter an area? Does it update, or is it always available from the get-go? Which, you know, whatever the case, it's okay. I just did not notice. I guess it's open from the get-go, the whole minimap, right? And that yellow thing is probably the start zone. Oh yeah, I see. That makes sense. Minimap always available, but I'm thinking of making it a purchasable item. I think it would be very cool if, you know, minimap would update only when you enter that specific area. Because when you see the whole minimap from the get-go, there's no mystery of what you're gonna find. It kinda reduces the exploration, and once you explore the area, when the minimap updates, you know, it's like, oh, I already have been here, but through that door I have not been through yet, you know, so there's like, let's say, a yellow area on the map which we have not been to, and it's quite obvious because, you know, there's only a door and you haven't opened yet. But I guess that's what all games do, and it's okay, it's whatever, you know, whatever you think is the right decision, you're free to take it. Use Soviet terminal. Damn, you can sell stuff. I guess I don't have bullets for it. It's so unfortunate that the chat is over here. It's over there now. Oh fuck, I sold something I didn't want to. There's a scope, but is it really necessary? Especially when you can already zoom in. What happened to your other games? Do you think you're still gonna work on them? Are you gonna update them, or do you have any plans for them? I think many great games come out just like this. Somebody makes a playable version and then some friends give input, and just like this, a great game is made. I released all my games, now working on this, but wanna release it soon. I see, that's cool. This is the upgrade. Oh fuck, I already sold everything. And I will probably stop making games because it doesn't make me money. Yeah, that sucks. It's the same with streaming and everything else, you know. You work real hard, or let's say working on a video, you work real hard and then you end up not getting the views or whatnot, what you expect, and then you end up needing to get a job. But I guess everybody wants to, you know, be a streamer nowadays, so that's to be expected. It seems like a easy way out, you know. I can play video games and I can get money. Usually what happens is that it just turns out that you cannot talk for shit, or you cannot like express yourself at all while playing, and then you're me. There you go. Damn, that lock on. Still got it from CS. Fuck me. Okay, let's try to regenerate. Degenerate. She's just a chill woman. She just chills there. I guess that only recovers like 30 HP. Oh, it recovers more. Tunga 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 tunga. Ow. Let's go, my robot homosexual army. Let's blow them. Oh, oh. Spread your butt. Spread. There's a tactical unit. I'm running out of bullets. Oh fuck me. Uh-oh, what happens now? Okay, that explains it. Damn. I need to refill my pedophile levels. Why is this honky just hogging the terminal? Do you publish on Steam? Use your AR weapon, it's high damage. I see, I'm sorry, I'm stupid. I really need to read the chat more. Yeah, Fufushenga. Under what publisher? Insert no coins. Yes, because no marketing strategy. The most important aspect of a business. Yeah, I'm autistic on that front. And my game's honestly not worth investing in marketing. I'd get 10 USD for every 100 USD spent on marketing. Game's not good enough. That's alright. They're alright. You know, when it comes to... There's a fucking motorcycle. When it comes to making games and whatnot, there are so many different things that have to come together. It's mind-blowing, you know, from music to pacing to level design to... When you're trying to set a person inside of a video game, it's very difficult because with a movie, at least you're like watching a 2D scene, right? You can change, adapt things a lot easier than in a video game, you know. You need models, you need to create the bones, the heaviness, the physics. Like, it's a separate specialty, you know, in every single layer. Like music, you must know how to create music if you're a independent developer. Or you can, you know, you could probably fucking motors. Fucking motorcycles. Or, you know, basically in video gaming there's so much stuff that needs to online for a game to be good. It's mind-blowing. It's very difficult to make, especially for a single solo developer, you know. You could probably do it if you're independent, but you gotta really not drink the Kool-Aid with, you know, expecting very good graphics or whatnot. Most successful indie developers are usually using 2D graphics, you know, simple sprites or whatnot. You should not ask too much, you know, from yourself. Or alternatively, you could just go into a different specialty and work for video games. But working in a video game company, usually it's very difficult and there's a lot of crunch, a lot of overtime, so I'm not sure if you would actually want to pursue such a road as a career. It's difficult to tell. Nowadays, when we have AI, you know, there's hope that AI will be able to produce 3D models quite easily, maybe artificial music or even artificial games. Maybe we will not need game developers at all, but that's probably like 10 years away. Who knows? We are on the edge of this technological revolution that could leave everyone jobless quite soon. Of course, there will be some remaining enthusiasts, you know, but the future is not that bright for humans. Or maybe it is, maybe we will not have to do anything, who knows. But when it comes to being a solo developer through AI, that could be possible, but if that becomes possible quite soon after it, automatic AI generated video games will also be readily available, so also this is my inventory. I see. Oh, I guess that's heavy. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Even then you published, you still have a chance of a game picking traction at random, but you only rely on chance. I think depends on company. I heard the horror stories of Rockstar Games and CD Projekt devs. Ironically, back in the day, like during 2000s, it was a lot worse. So nowadays it's even better. I can't imagine how difficult it was to satisfy publishers back when you didn't have Steam, you know, and these alternatives that you have now. Back in the day, publishers really wanted job done at the correct time, you know. The crunch was awful. But the games were better also. People really wanted to succeed when it came to their dreams. I'm stupid. Oh, so they spawn in different spots? That's cool. Hmm. That Anwar is using a minigun. He's turning me into shredded cheese. I know there's one fucker over there. Fuck me. Is there a healing spot here? Fuck. Japanese devs also get bullied a lot. Japanese overall, they always get bullied by strong women. I saw some JAV footage of, office ladies stepping and crushing balls of Asian men, and they were also coming a lot. I'm not sure how this is related to video game development, but that's probably not the right way to achieve their goals. They should not step on each other's balls, I think. So there you have it. I guess the rest of the game is kind of the same logic, right? It's alright. I also like how clever you did the crosshair, because, usually in third-person games you can, since the crosshair is set to the side, you can hide your body and shoot from behind cover. Like, in this game situation, you can only cover like half of yourself, so you still can reduce your hitbox, but at least you can't completely hide and shoot, other people from behind the walls. It's more harder now because there are so many new games every day. Yeah. Hard to compete for the big bucks. Gotta do niche games. I think it's a good idea to do simple games. I'm not sure how saturated the mobile gaming market is. It probably is quite saturated. But with Steam and PC games, if you have a good product that has a good idea, it doesn't even have to be complicated. You can also steal ideas. It's a common thing. But I've seen some people create simple cooking games and they earn a lot of money, and it's a simple, semi-simple 2D game. There is also this company I remember that creates 2D adventure video games, and that's all they focus on. There are also game developers who only focus on puzzle games, and games that look very beautiful, like they have beautiful art style. It's like you're playing a picture frame, So it really depends on the reason you want to attract the player, with what you're going to attract the player, right? Is it going to be fancy graphics, which you probably shouldn't pursue that as a solo dev? It's very difficult. Do you want to create like beautiful views or vistas or imagery or something like that? Do you want to pursue puzzle games, creating puzzle games, adventure games? Like nowadays it seems like there's a huge lack of adventure games. and they used to be giant back in early 2000s. No one is making adventure games, and they're very easy to make. And as a child, I used to love adventure games, so maybe that's a good idea to pursue nowadays, but I'm not sure how saturated that market is. Usually, if it's easy to make, there are a lot of companies making those games. But if you price a game fair, if you price it correctly, like a 2D adventure game, it can earn you a pretty penny, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it gets harder and harder. I'd like to add more variants and levels or some different missions every 5 levels. I kinda wish there were like bosses or something. Some games make it so that even when you shoot on target, you still miss. Any idea how that works? It's just like random bullet spread. This game also has that. Wait, which one has the trace? This one. You see, the bullets are random. I guess it depends on the weapon. SMG, it's supposed to be a close quarter gun weapon. A motorcycle. Fuck me, that's loud. So yeah, as an SMG, it makes sense, close quarter gun, so big spread. This is more accurate, longer distance, but still there is a little bit of spread. It's like first bullet accuracy or whatnot. Your mouse is bad, I think. When you implement shooting in a game, do you add some kind of function that determines if you shoot on target or not? Give me an example of adventure game. For Fusenga, in my case, there is little sphere that flies from camera to your cursor and it either hits enemy or not. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, thank you for sharing your project with us, Foxcorp. It's a nice game. It probably has potential, but the question is how much time are you going and are you willing to invest into this game, and the question is if it's going to bring you the fruits that you desire. I kind of feel like the best game you have released was what was it called? The one with the frisbee. The one with flying around. Either way. What I mean when I say adventure game. Let's move it over here. There we go. I think that's the Chandra. That's what it's called. It's like point and click adventure. Games like that. Or puzzle games, Or a game like Myst. I feel like Myst could be expanded on. It feels like Myst is one of those games that should return like in 3D setting, especially for a single dev. You could probably go far with an adventure game like Myst. But the thing is, you want to create a very interesting, mysterious world with it. Yeah, Myst would be one. You probably know Myst series, right? Yeah, we'll put a few months of work into this and put it up for a low price. Hopefully it gets me some money in a few years. Yep. Maybe, probably. Gotta try. No, I don't know. I don't play games really. It's a very beloved video. Oh, there's actually a remake of it. That's nice. The idea of this game is that you wake up on an island and you explore it, you solve puzzles, and you're trying to get out of the island, I guess. I guess that's the thing. So it kind of stimulates your brain. If you're aiming for adult audiences, that could be, more difficult puzzles. If you're aiming for younger audiences, that could be easier puzzles. And something that would help children with development, maybe reading and stuff like that. And another game, of course, I will, show you this one. It's a conspiracy-filled video game, but it kind of operates on the same idea and the same level as Myst.
What goes up must come down.
I feel like nowadays there is a big niche for a well-executed game like this. And, if you made it very interesting, if you created some kind of interesting setting that most people would be like familiar with, and if you tied in, and if that stuff is not copyrighted, and if you could like tie in history, for example, to learn, from such game, then it would be golden. Let's say an adventure game set in ancient Egypt, or like you go into Egypt and you travel through different times and solve puzzles and whatnot, trying to gather some kind of things and finding Egyptian artifacts that, had some kind of interesting or cool idea behind them, maybe even not the official narrative, something interesting, adventurous and stuff like that, you know. So that's like kind of point and click adventure. Another style of this kind of game is like actually point and click adventure, but those are first person video games that kind of disappeared, like puzzle solving point and click adventure like esque games. Another one that was kind of like that was by the developers of series the Talos Principle. So there is a market for puzzle games, especially if you're a single dev. A lot of people need games where they could just fuck off without stress, I think, and that's what a lot of games lack nowadays. It's like full on action, stuff. But if you're like enjoying exploring the world that has puzzles and stuff like that, I think and it's probably possible for a single developer. Like, what other successful single development games do we have? Like Undertale, super successful, right? Of course, everyone's gonna show you the most successful ones, but there are some below that, that are very popular and people become millionaires from them, but they're not as popular. So Undertale, good music, 2D sprites, cool, interesting characters. I guess people fell in love with it for that reason. Hotline Miami. But all of these games, to be honest, they were kind of shilled hard. I remember back in the day on 4chan V, they were They were talked about non-stop, so you kind of also need to chill your game. It's unavoidable, you know, sadly. Mhm. As a child, I used to really love games like this.
All of you escape from Monkey Island. And I remember it, you've understood, mastered. Definitely funny version with the dialogue included, obviously enhanced UI. Are very
Look up Grim Fantango. I have completed that one actually. I was already an adult and I really enjoyed it. I really loved it. Quick reminder that Fortnite was originally conceptualized as a zombie co-op game. Oh, that's cool, I didn't know that. Nowadays, the landscape of adults playing games in their mid-20s, early 30s is huge. Good point. We live in the worst timeline. Shit, time flying so fast. Yeah. But it feels like there should be a market for it, for games like that, you know, puzzle, adventure, especially first person games set in historical, well known places or stuff like that. That's what Myst was like, kinda. If you create a point and click or like first person adventure game set in Egypt, maybe ancient Egypt, I think that it would be quite interesting because a lot of people are interested in Egypt. It's very mysterious. And if you could like give your theories on what actually happened there and story like related to Atlantis or Egyptian gods, you know, and their mythos, and if a player playing that game could learn something from it, that would be extra cool. And that would also be very interesting and educational. I sound like those boring teachers I had at school who thought that, oh, we can make children learn through video games. Now, kids will probably go play Fortnite or whatnot, whatever is popular. But for adult gamers, that could be very interesting, I think. Oh fuck, there are so many adventure games. What do they consider? Okay. Single player, indie, whatever. 2D is quite low. Exploration? How the fuck is this adventure exploration? What the fuck? There you go. There's one. Oh, it's this one. That's quite popular one. It launched recently. Yeah, games like this. Yeah, dude. Outer Wilds. Like first person exploration and learning and shit. I think the art style needs to be better though. Not better, but different, you know. All of these games feel a bit too cartoony. It needs to be more sharp, gothic-like, um, more realistic, maybe using pictures or whatnot, but it must be more gritty, I think, because all of these games look exactly the same. They look like polished turds, polished shit. You know what I mean? You kind of want a game that's like looks like mist. It has this atmosphere of wonder of the 90s. You see, in the 90s there were these art styles kind of like shit. Let's say Arcanum. Fuck it. Well, ignore the graphics, think about art style, right? There's a lot more sharpness. It's visible over here also, like you can clearly see what is happening. So don't pollute your games with too much fog, you know, and blur and whatnot. Just make it sharp, especially when it comes to exploring, you know. This is kind of like not a good example. Like over here is a good example, you know. You want sharpness, I think. It's concise, it's easy to understand, and it's part of the art style, you know. What are you focusing on? Like looking at this picture, let's say. Like, okay, what catches your eye, right? It seems simple, right? It looks like shit. Let's say the woods look like shit, whatever. But look on the left side, right? It's like stone masonry. It's simple. It it moves your eyes, your aids, your eyes towards the door and the path, right? And it's because of the color scheme. It was picked for a reason. You know, nothing happens without a reason when it comes to design. And it's not overcrowded, you know. It's simplified. That's what I like about Myst and about old games. There's not too much bullshit on the screen. You can easily kind of depict what is happening. You know, okay, that's a ship, I get it. You know, okay, that's grass, I get it. And that's a dock, that's a building of some sorts, you know. Because modern games also suffer from this, like overcrowding everything. Okay, this is probably the modern Myst, right? The stone textures, all of that shit, like grass, it's too sharp. You kind of lose focus of the buildings. Like, look at this. Focus on the buildings, or like maybe a puzzle that is closer to us. I don't know what that is. And look at this, like, because of the color scheme, the adventure is lost, and you kind of really need to select the coloring, the color grading and everything else correctly. But if you manage to get your game to look like Myst, the original one, you will, you know, get what you're looking for. You kind of, if you're basically, if you're creating an adventure game with a sprinkle of exploration, you want the player's eyesight and eyes to be set on specific puzzles and specific items you want them to see and solve. And it's very important. And with Myst, what you will notice is that every picture is like a painting. You know what they say when it comes to creating movies and recording and creating good shots. They say that if you can take a still from a movie and if you can frame it as a picture, then that's a good shot. So always focus, if you're creating like adventure games and games like that, on adventure. Myst went balls to the wall with locations and simplicity and good design. I think nowadays people need and want good design, but they cannot find it anywhere, especially with these games. Like, they look like shit. My apologies, maybe they're fucking great, you know, but they're overcrowded. You're losing focus, especially with fog and blur and stuff like that was one of the worst things that ever happened in video gaming. You're losing all the details. 90s games, early 2000 games looked amazing because there was no fog. What the fuck is... Shit. Stanley Parable kinda does it right at certain parts. Like certain scenes and certain areas. Truly correct. But I feel like Myst is the one that is missing from today's logic of gaming. But once again, like, this one kinda looks like shit. This is the remake. Once again, the fog, the rocks, too many textures, too much shit. I think it needs to be simplified. Made it as it was originally. Fuck, it's only €2.35. I might play this after Portal. Just look at this. Okay, it's there's this art style. Is it modern? Is it post-modern? Yeah, like this. This is the one. Right? What the fuck is this? This is why Myst is so amazing. You know, it's the art style. It's the art style. Like these clocks and shit, whatever. But original game is kind of like this. It's like a postmodern painting, right? It's simple. There are details that you focus on. It makes sense. Okay, there is some fog, fuck it, but it's not like obscuring. And notice the focus on the details. It's like vaporwave, but back then developers were limited. But because of that, amazing scenes got created. And look at how minimalist it is. You know, it's not overcrowded. Well, maybe it is here because it's like depicting luxurious kings' apartments or whatever. But the rest, it's like every frame is a painting. Let's look at the modern one, you know. Look at this shit. It's like every other game ever made. And it's very fucking annoying. You're obscuring everything with effects. Look, there's nothing. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. There is no focus on the details. You know, every indie game you ever launch nowadays, it will look like this. And that's a huge problem. The taste kind of got removed from video games, especially like adventure games and whatnot. Another game I wanted to talk about in this regard. Ina, newly launched video game. It's kind of like LSD simulator. Oh, it's fucking free? What the fuck? We will have to fucking play this. I think Ina did it right. I think Ina did it right. You see, it's a modern game. You see, it launched like this year, I think. It was made according to that web series on YouTube, you know, Ina. And look, it's quite simple. You would say that it's stupidly simple, like for a modern game. You know, it looks like a game from the 90s. But it's an art style. That's exactly it. It looks like Myst, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Somebody beat you to it, but there will also probably be a lot of rip-offs from Ina now. But if you ever think of making a game like that, I think this is where the secret lies. This is where the secret sauce is. Like the design that is truly lacking nowadays. Video games should be like this. It's fucking weird, interesting, amazing, you know, stuff like that. And I love stuff like that. Maybe I'm just a sucker for it, but that's what drives me crazy about that. And you know what other advantage? Once I start, I cannot stop talking, I swear. Fuck. I'm a return. What the fuck? Am I the only one who fucking remembers Gilbert? The fuck? What in the actual fuck? This one. Gilbert Goodmate. I guess that's what it's called. I don't fucking know. I only had a demo. This one's quite simple, you know. If you could find, or maybe AI generate, or find like a student that has just finished her studies, like in some, you know, college, learning to draw. If you could commission her, you could probably make a pretty decent video game that looks
Kosmetikos ir parfumerijos naujovės bei specialūs pasiūlymai drogas, deglas ir kitose
like an
parduotuvėse
animated
panoramoje.
series thingies.
Hi, little fella, aren't you?
Look at how fucking beautiful this looks. Look at how fucking amazing this shit looks. Don't you just wanna play it? Don't you just wanna explore? Ooh, I wonder what happens if I click on this fucking rag. On this cum rag. You know? It draws you in. Pick up 3 sap. Take me there. Take me there. You know? It's amazing. It's beautiful. But it's like, it's all in the art style. I'm telling you. And whenever you're gonna play this game, whatever the time, whenever, you know, it will always hold up. It's the same with TF2. It's the same with other beautiful looking video games that have their specific art style. Okay, I know I have to read through all of the chats because I went too deep into this bullshit. Same as I always do. Come back from the fucking hypnosis. Fallout 1 looking, I love this style of game. Quick reminder that okay. I think that when you are talking about 2D games, the audience decreases fast, and when you go niche 2D game, it's even smaller, but 3D games are the mainstream, I think. Not necessarily. Guys, you wanna make a game and a game jam together? I don't know how to make any games, I'm a retard. I had a coworker 2 years ago that liked that Marvel card game. He played it non-stop during lunch break. It's insane, he was 30 plus. What the fuck? Like a video game hackathon? Some shit like that. I'll be the muscle. I like the idea, to be honest. Let's do it. LLMs can't do art, unfortunately. You LLM? Shit. Each LLM regurgitates the same AI GF art style. I like how you are thinking, Rokus. Fufusanga, are you in Rokus Bomb Discord? Yes. Let's develop Game Jam idea further. Rokus, let's create adventure game like Myst in Game Jam. Stanley Parable equals good. I'd watch you play Myst. Need to go to sleep. See ya, guys. Rokus, play Myst next time. This is 2001. I feel like you could make the art style of a point and click so much better. Why are we playing next? I haven't finished Portal. I turned it off to check out the game of our friend Faxcorp. And now I have to finish Portal 1. I'm not sure if I have ever streamed Portal 1 and 2. I think I have. Either way. What are we doing? Oh fuck. I forgot I'm playing Portal. Why did I kill myself? That's what I wanted to do. So, Fofushenga, tell me about you. Tell me how you have been holding up. Are you still alive? I am good. It's okay. Inside your little pussy hole.
Well done.
Adventure.
Be advised that the next test requires exposure to uninsulated electrical parts that may be dangerous.
What are we playing
under certain
next?
conditions. For more information,
I think
please
I have to
attend an
complete
Enrichment
Portal
Center
2.
Electrical safety seminar.
Is the audio too loud or not? Fuck it. If it's too loud, tell me.
Welcome to the final test. When you are done,
Yeah, I'm
withdraw
still
the
alive, bro.
device into
I'm
the
kinda
Equipment
fucked.
Recovery Annex.
What? Why?
Enrichment Center regulations
What happened?
require both hands to be empty before any cake.
I love how GLaDOS says KKK. Got sick yesterday. Oh no. How? What happened? How did you get sick? Why did you get sick? Why do you think that you are sick? Oh scheiße. What? It's not easy being stupid. Tell me, Fufusanga, expand on that. What happened to you? Fuck. Did I finally do it right now? It's so interesting. This invincible green ball only appears once in the whole fucking game. Is this the Black Lives Matter stream?
Is now over.
Yes.
All aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your
Oh, that should be okay.
Aperture science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye.
I just quickly check the audio levels. Since nobody wants to tell me if it's okay or not.
What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success.
What the fuck?
Place the device on the ground, then lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party.
Didn't I already shoot it there? What the fuck?
To leave the testing area.
I don't know, having trouble breathing. I woke in the middle of the night, shaking with a fever, I think. Yesterday I kinda also slept bad, but it's possible that you ate too much food containing high fat. For me it's usual when my cholesterol increases. It gets difficult to breathe, so you should check if you have eaten anything that is too fatty yesterday. That's usually a symptom for me to reduce fat intake and, you know, to like eat food that is less fatty and more protein dense. I love how GLaDOS always sounds like Uvu. For whatever reason, I always had this association that Uvu is basically GLaDOS.
Okay, the test is over now. You win. Go back to the recovery annex for your cake. It was a fun test, and we're all impressed at how much you won. The test is over. Come back. Uh-oh, somebody cut the cake. I told them to wait for you, but they can't get anywhere. There is still chocolate. If you hurry back.
I can't believe that Ina is actually a free video game. That shit blows my mind. I thought it would be expensive as fuck. They released it for free, I can't believe it. There is no screen. There is no screen. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, for fuck's sakes, dude. Boy. Fuck me. That's not good. I played through quite a bit of the game, but it's whatever. Everyone has already played Portal.
The right way. Where do you think you're going? Because I don't think you're going where you think you're.
Fuck me, dude. Thank you for warning me. Uh-oh, somebody cut the cake.
Didn't we have some fun, though? Remember when the platform was sliding into the fire pit and I said goodbye, and you were like,
No word.
and then I was off. We pretended we were going to murder you. That was great.
Alright. I'm an idiot.
Is anyone there?
I'm double idiot. I'm triple idiot. Can you guys believe that we fucked up so much? Okay, I did. Not trying to put the blame on you. There was actually no fucking screen. I completely forgot. After playing Fox Corp's game. Oh fuck.
This isn't to say it's not too late for you to turn back.
Ho ho. Thanks for the treats, Grandma.
You should have turned left before. It's funny, actually, when you think about it. Someday we'll remember this and laugh. Well, you may as well come on back.
Tell me something else, guys. I should be the one probably telling you stuff, but I run out of things to say. Oh. Oh. I guess I will have a vote on Discord if I should continue with the franchise of Portal or if we should just play Mist and Ina. Whatever the audience wants.
You know that, right? Good people don't end up here. Can you hear me?
Ina Pupupina.
Who are you? Critical error. I'm a cuck based. It's possible to beat this chapter using only 2
This is
portals.
your fault.
Really?
It didn't have to be like
That's
this.
cool.
I'm not kidding now. Turn back or I will kill you.
I don't know what other things to say.
And all the cake is gone.
You should call me the N-word.
Do you? This is your last chance.
Is your D veiny? Yeah. You should play this game co-op with special guest Fufuseng. Does this game even have a co-op? I thought that only Portal 2 did. Take a picture. Oh. We will see, we will have a vote on Discord. and people will be free to express their opinions. But when it comes to making a game, I tried once and I was too fucking stupid for it, and I just decided not to do it. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a moron. Also, I kinda realized how much you would have to work to get it done. And I'm not the kind of person who likes to work. I knocked the turret out with my fat ass. Shit. Ow, ow. What is going on? Ow. We. Ah, here we go. Those poor turrets, what did they do wrong? They said the N-word. I guess we have a new follower. Thank you. I really need to look up what's happening. Yeah. Bammy Vlog. Thank you. Thank you for the follow, bro. For whatever reason, it was not announced in the chat that I have a new follower. I was sure I managed to fix it. Damn it.
Well, you
Note.
found me. Congratulations.
This is my
Was it
wife.
worth it?
Look
Because
at all the
despite your
breasts
talent
she
and
has.
failure, the only thing you've managed
Look at
to
all
break
the
so far
eggs.
is my heart. Maybe you could settle for
She's a
that, and we'll
fertile
just call it
woman.
a day. I guess we both know that isn't going to happen. You chose this path. Now I have a surprise for you. Deploying surprise in 5, 4. Time out for a second. That wasn't supposed to happen. Do you see that thing that fell out of me? What is that?
You
It's not a
concern me.
surprise. I've never seen it before. Never mind. It's a mystery I'll solve
My
later.
apologies.
By myself. Because you'll be dead. Where are you taking that thing? I wouldn't bother with that thing. My guess is that touching it will just make your life even worse somehow.
I will incinerate myself.
You're kidding me. Did you just stuff that aperture science thing, we don't know what it does, into an aperture science emergency intelligence?
She's so beautiful.
That has got to be the dumbest thing that. Whoa. Good news. I figured out what that thing you just incinerated did. It was a morality core they installed after I flooded the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin to make me stop flooding the enrichment center with a deadly neurotoxin. So get comfortable while I warm up the neurotoxin emitters.
Yay, neurotoxins.
Ancillary responsibilities. I can't shut off the turret defenses. Oh well. If you want my advice, you should just lie down in front of a rock.
I remember
Trust me.
when the original Portal did not have the extra ending. It was before Portal 2 came out.
Whatever it is you think you're doing.
And even then it
Rent mutually exclusive.
received quite a few updates, interestingly enough. Like, back in the day, you used to be able to place these cores here and easily burn them, but now that's impossible. Kinda sucks. Now you gotta do it like this.
This is it.
It's almost the same.
You think you're doing some damage?
2 plus 2 is...
In base 4, I'm fine. I let you survive this long because I was curious about your behavior. Well, you've managed
Goodbye.
to destroy that part of me.
I thought I was gonna miss.
I can't get the neurotoxin into your head any faster. I'd just like to point out that you were given every opportunity to succeed. There was even going to be a party for you. A big party that all your friends were invited
Crap.
to. I invited your best friend from Q. Of course, he couldn't come because you murdered him. All your other friends couldn't come either because you don't have any other friends because of how
I got stuck. Oh,
Says
fuck.
right here in your personnel file. Unlikable. Liked by no one. Neurotoxin.
Sorry, the neurotoxin is killing me.
When I said deadly neurotoxin, the deadly was in massive sarcasm. I could take a bath in this stuff, put it on cereal, rub it right into my eyes.
It's almost over. The big wriggling worm is almost dead.
Who's gonna make the cake when I'm gone? You.
What?
Look, you're wasting your time. And believe me, you don't have a whole lot left to waste. What's your point anyway? Survival.
Okay.
Well then, the last thing you want to do is hurt me. I have your brain scanned and put out your backdrop in case something terrible happens to you. Which is
Disregard that.
Don't
I
you?
suck cocks.
Here, I'll put you on. That's you. That's how dumb you sound. You've been wrong about every single thing you've ever done, including this thing. You're not smart. You're not a scientist.
Just gonna hide here.
Where did your life go so wrong?
I like how Valve is always so into like these huge things, events, kinda like the Cascade in Half-Life 1, and now it's happening again. Valve really love to show these scenes like this, and it's very memorable. It's awesome. Okay, time to hide. Oh crap. Before Portal 2, this scene did not exist. This one.
Thank you for assuming the potty aircraft submission position.
Submission position. What the heck? Chell was laying there on all fours with her butt spread out. They blew out a hole in her suit. Whatever, not gonna continue that. And that's the cake. We're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get this. You're not gonna get this. But then one day I got this. You look tired. Thank you, I'll always do. Portal 1 used to be such a well-respected game somehow. It was perfect. It was not long, it was short, it had a good theme song. It was made by indies, later accepted by Valve.
I'm making a note here. Huge success.
It had a great concept.
It's hard to overstate my satisfaction.
It was almost like an experiment, but it succeeded.
Aperture science.
And then Portal 2 got made.
We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us.
Except the ones who are dead.
But there's no
Fuck.
crying over every mistake. You just keep on
I just
till you run out of
have to let this run.
science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who
they're still alive. Like stillborn. And kill me. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna torture you. An ass. I need you to sing. Our heart's still alive. I am tone deaf. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Haha, that chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so delicious and moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run, there is research to be done. Fuck. Who are still alive? I am still alive. And I'm still alive. I still remember the lyrics. It's so memorable. Still alive. Still alive. Mwah. This actually inspired quite a few video games back in the day to We Got the Cake to create other theme songs at the end of their video games. One of the most memorable ones, what was it called? Mercenaries. I'm a mercenary. So thanks to Portal and Valve and this great idea, you know, we got a lot more video games and video game songs. Actually, interesting fact about Portal 2. Back in the day, I remember a couple of weeks before before Portal 2 came out, I went on YouTube and I typed in Portal 2 theme song, and actually someone had leaked it a couple of weeks before. But it kind of sounded like not really as it should be, not as good as people were expecting. And so the Portal 2 theme song kind of got buried. But even then, I knew about that song, and I knew that song 2 weeks before the release of Portal 2. Cool, interesting fact, because somebody leaked it on YouTube. Probably someone from Valve. I have no idea, because Portal 2 did not leak as a game, as far as I remember. Now let's read the chat messages that I have missed. Portal is a great game. It definitely is. Portal 2 sucks. It's mediocre. It's too long. It drags on too long. The puzzles are kinda lame. I'm sad now. I need you to sing. Yes. Look at me, still cooming when there's cooming to do. Rokas is the kind of guy to look like he hasn't slept in 3 weeks and still climb a mountain to catch 10 fishes plus cook the fishes plus go to work plus stream all in 24 hours. Yeah, and also ride there with a bicycle. Portal 2 was a bomb. A bomb. That's a reference to our friend Lil JC Denton. Not to be mixed up with CJ, who is not a Denton. So that was Portal 1. What are we gonna stream next? Portal 2. And after that, Portal Co-op. Or Myst. Or Ina. Head down to my Discord. We're gonna have a vote. And one of these games is gonna get streamed next. Not sure when the next stream is gonna happen. Probably tomorrow if I'm feeling alright. Maybe later. But, you know, keep your eyes out, keep your ears in my mouth, and sooner or later you will hear some of that. Oh, you like that? You like that? So yeah, we're back, baby. We start off with Portal, and we actually, by accident, discovered a lot of cool, interesting games I would be interested in streaming. I might even come back to CS2 sooner or later, I don't know, but time will tell. If you guys want to discuss anything, you know, and if you want to talk about something interesting, or if something interesting has happened to you, or if you want to discuss anything, yeah, we can always talk about anything you want on Discord, either privately or on my Rokas Bum channel. Or we can also do it right now, if you have anything else to say, and if you have any more thoughts or ideas. What do you mean the puzzles were lame? They were a bit too simplified, strangely. Because in Portal 1 you had a lot more area to shoot portals at. And in the second game, it was very specific. It was almost like pointing out or solving a lot of the puzzles for you, which was kinda lame. A lot of people thought that also. I remember back in the day, like, the puzzles were not as good as in the first game, interestingly enough. That's what I remember. Can you still fish in 2025 in the N-word river? Yes, but the problem is that I have caught some fish that smell very strange. So it's possible, well, 6 years ago apparently there was some kind of toxic spill from Belarus. And since Neres River, it connects in the Belarus, it starts in the Belarus. You know, sometimes issues happen. Also on Lithuanian side, issues also happen. I'm not like blaming Belarus for it, you know, it just toxic waste happens. And when you catch a big fish on this river, sometimes, not always, sometimes it might smell weird or, you know, might be toxic, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's okay, you know. Nowadays, when they take tests from the river, it seems like the river is clean compared to how it used to be. So maybe it's fixed, maybe it's only in certain areas, maybe it's only certain fish, maybe certain fish eat poisoned grass, you know, that has some toxicity in it, and as an effect of that they develop tumors, and they might start smelling weird. But it's what they eat, same as with humans, you know, you are what you eat. CS2 could be an insane stream. I'm very rusty, but maybe we could start like a squad. We could play CS in the evenings with. Get other people to watch our professional stream. Just kidding. I don't know, we'll see. It really depends on, you know, the games that come out, the games that I would like to stream, that I want to stream, and stuff like that. So as a filler, CS2 could work. Who knows? I kinda would like to have a game that I could call my home, you know, to come back to from time to time and stuff. I feel like I have played through most games that I wanted to play. Maybe except for Devil May Cry. Metal Gear series, but I'm not sure if all of the games are available on PC, and those games are apparently very difficult story-wise to understand. So either way, I would probably have to watch videos to understand what the fuck is going on in those video games. I like how it's the game you play the most but never brought it on stream. I used to stream CSGO. I actually got Global Elite on stream, and I got Howling Alpha on stream in Danger Zone, and I got Global Elite on 2 versus 2 on stream. So I have collected all of the highest possible ranks on CSGO on stream. So I used to stream it a lot, but it was before you found my stream. The stream has been going on for a very long time, but it never got anywhere. It is what it is. Nuclear waste in the river. It's some kind of toxicity. What kind of toxicity exactly it is, it's difficult to tell. I have no idea. So yeah, we got Portal 2, or Mist, or Ina coming up, or maybe Devil May Cry, no idea. What does Lithuania think about neighboring Belarus? Do you think they're Russians? Judging from their genetics, same as Muscovites and Russians, they have a lot of Baltic blood in them. So genetically, they have Baltic blood. They also have a lot of Slavic blood, admixture. And Slavic blood is spread through Europe in quite a large area. Even Czech Republic is considered Slavic, I think. So as for Lithuania, we also have some Slavic admixture. We're not purely Baltic, but yeah, if that's the main question you're gonna ask me, if I think that Belarusians are like Slavic or more Baltic, I don't know. It's a mixed zone, it's always a mixed bag. There are some areas that are like that, but historically, those were Lithuanian Grand Duchy lands, but also Muscovite lands. So, it's like a region that was developed sooner or later, and it passed from hands to hands, same as Lithuania, and through the years, certain admixture happened. So, like politically, judging by the news and what our politicians think, it's like, oh, Belarus is like an enemy, same as Russia. But to me personally, I don't consider anyone like an enemy. It doesn't really make sense. Like, even when I go fishing, sometimes I start talking to a person fishing, and he starts talking to me in Russian or Ukrainian or Belarusian, and since I'm unable to talk, in that language, I try to speak in Russian and I try to communicate. So I'm not one of those people who will not open their mouths in Russian language just because there's like a conflict going on or whatnot. I myself have not the best Russian language skills, sadly. So, I can speak in broken Russian, so I try to communicate, but I probably sound like a retard doing it. And yeah, but I'm trying to be as immune to propaganda as I can be, because politics and different political ideologies change all the time, and it's the natural state of being. You cannot always be in a monarchy. You cannot always live in feudal times. Things have to progress and change. but you know, if you're gonna look back and always like pound on the losers of history and say that they're forever evil or whatnot, it's also not the correct sign. Like, I would not call a nationalist a Nazi, or like a person who is right-leaning a Nazi. I would not call a left-leaning a commie. It doesn't make sense, you know. As a joke, I could do it, but speaking from experience and like the way that I feel, I don't really feel any bad feelings towards like any creed, race, or nation, or religion, or whatever else. It's like I'm probably the most tolerant person in the universe. So there's that. What do you mean? How long have you been streaming in general? I don't know, very long. I think you can find my early stream on my Rokas Bum Plays Facebook or my Rokas Bum Plays YouTube. That's where the earliest streams are. I actually started with GTA 1, I think, way back in the day. But yeah, I just stream on and off, you know. It never materializes into a thing I could do financially, or, you know, I end up getting tired from everything. I'm the kind of person who gets tired. I always have to change things that I learn about and that I do, so that's why probably I can't really hold down a job or like stream forever or whatnot. I'm jumping all over the place all the time, so it's like no hard feelings from me, you know, to anybody. It's just that I'm not really focused. I just tend to learn about a lot of different things and do a lot of different things, so. But very consistent, I would say so. You know, with streaming, you also need to learn to advertise, you need to create videos, you need to create VODs, you need to create memes and stuff like that to draw in the audience. If you're only gonna be streaming, you know, think about this. I'm streaming Portal 1, you know, what, like 10 or 20 years after it came out? Like, what are the chances that right now that I'm streaming it, some person will be on Twitch looking specifically for Portal playthrough, you know, right now? If it's a new game, yeah, it makes sense, you know, a person might be interested in seeing what kind of gameplay it has, if it's worth buying. You know, they would talk to a streamer, ask what they're feeling about the controls, the game, what they think about the game. And but at the same time, if you're streaming a new game, the problem is that, first of all, hardware requirements. Second problem is that a lot of different channels will be streaming that new game that just came out, so there might be a raised interest compared to an old game, but there are also some problems that might happen that are related to streaming new games. Competition being one of them, graphic requirements being another, and stuff like that. So when it comes to streaming old games and whatnot, it's like a niche thing that needs to happen specifically at this time. Like, imagine if it takes let's say a year or a few to make a game. It takes like a week or maybe even a month, if that game is long, to complete it. So while you're playing that game, some games take an hour, like Portal 1. Some games take 3 days, you know. It really depends on the game. But if it's an old title that has been launched ages ago, there will not be that high of an interest, and, you know, for people to go specifically looking for that game at this specific time, it's very rare and difficult to happen. And with Twitch, the thing is that VODs get deleted of the streams, so whatever I like stream, it's gonna be destroyed. it only stays on YouTube, where it kind of gets lost. So it's like, unless you can advertise on subreddit, let's say, of that specific game, like, hey guys, I'm gonna be streaming this game then and then, you know, come watch it, check it out, join me, then it's, you know, you can get an audience this way, like, go to that game, go to that, blah blah blah, you can grow an audience that way. But usually with streamers, you know, you need some kind of lucky break, or you need to stream a constant game, kind of like evergreen game, like Fortnite, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, or whatever it may be, that would be constantly of interest to people, you know. But it's like just a theory, you know. Sometimes you can get lucky, and sometimes good stuff might happen. So disregard that. I suck cocks. RDR came out in 2011 and people make story mode clips with a caption over them and people watch. Yeah, but it's like, what is it called? Survival bias? You only see videos that are suggested to you, right? So if there is a short created of Red Dead Redemption, you know, that is an interesting short. It was well produced, it was well made, you know, it took some time to make. There might be 300 other videos exactly like that one, but it never got suggested, and it got drawn out by YouTube algorithm. Like with my shorts, what usually happens is that they get 1000 views, around 1000 views, and then YouTube algorithm stops pushing them because there is not enough retention, maybe not enough likes, and you know, other algorithm hungry and algorithm positive videos get pushed to the surface. So YouTube tests each and every video when it gets released. YouTube pushes that video to the audience. Sometimes videos wake up after like 3 years, sometimes 4, 5. Weird stuff happens with algorithm. It's difficult to pinpoint exactly what's going on over there, but yeah, it's a competitive world. Everything counts in large amounts. So the fact that you did not see those other struggling YouTubers and their content and their videos means that, you know, they did not make it. The fact that you only saw RDR videos that have a lot of likes, views, etc. means that it got pushed by the algorithm. It was seen by the correct people who watched it over and over again, maybe, you know, and the short or video got a lot of likes and it got pushed to maybe even different audiences, broader audiences, and that's how the video garnered the views. That's how it works. So yeah. It ain't a theory, there's an algorithm and people who exploit the algorithm. Well, Fufusanga, you should definitely try doing that. As for me, I was not successful. There is probably some kind of secret that I don't know about. But, you know, after having made over 300 videos on YouTube, and, you know, sometimes investing a lot of time and effort, and sometimes the videos not getting picked up, or even like getting cancelled and removed from YouTube. Exactly what happens with my comedic videos that were not supposed to be aimed at anyone, you know, to make them upset or whatnot. They also get deleted because YouTube changed what it is as a platform through the years. It's more like TV now, you know. You don't say any bad words, you don't show any sexually explicit content and stuff like that. And back in the day it was anything goes. And I come from those times when everything goes. I'm still waiting for one of my strikes on YouTube to disappear. And it's going to disappear in October maybe? I don't remember, but a video that has been uploaded like ages ago, like almost 10 years ago, got picked up as offensive and it just got removed, even though back in the day the rules on YouTube were different. So imagine if the laws work this way. Let's say you build a house and now doing something is illegal that used to be legal, and now you have to tear down the house because the laws change. That's why laws cannot be applied on a backwards date, you know. The laws are applied from today going forward. From this day on, you cannot build houses this way and that way. With YouTube, it's like, okay, let's go back, let's historically change what happened, and let's delete this content. So that's why one of the things, but it's just one of the things, right? There are many different factors and many different things that come into YouTube. But you should definitely try doing YouTube Fufusang. I think you could be successful. I would even like your videos with my main channel and help you, support you. What you do when you work against survivor bias, you multiply the numbers by 1000. That's why there's so much AI slop on YouTube right now, especially on shorts. I hate content like that, and I hope it disappears. And it should, sooner or later. So thank you for joining me, whoever joined me today. I hope you enjoyed my stream, and I will see you next time, whenever that is. Thank you for being here, thank you for coming here, and I'll see you next time. Good night.